Hello, everybody. Welcome to CIO Leadership Live. I am Kirat Attar, content strategist at Foundry, and I will be your host for this episode. Our guest today is Partha Protim Mondal, Chief Information Officer of Berger Paints India Limited. Partha, it's such a pleasure to have you with us for this episode of CIO Leadership Live, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Kirat. It's an absolute honor to be here and share my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I'm very curious about your work and how technology is sort of shaping how Berger Paints conducts business in this country and offers services to people. So I hope in this interview we'll be able to get into it. Um, just to start off with, Partha, can you tell us a little bit more about Berger Paints and your role and responsibility as the CIO of the organization?
Well, Berger Paints is an eminent name in the paint industry in India, which carries a legacy of 100 odd years. And this year, interestingly, we are celebrating our centenary year, a trust of 100 years. We are the second largest paint company in India and the fourth largest in Asia. We are also the fourth largest decorative paint company in the world and number one category in the protective coating business. We offer a wide range of decorative as well as industrial paint products for various surfaces, including your interior walls, exterior walls, woods, metals, and even concrete. As the CIO of the organizations, I am responsible for formulating the digital transformation strategy of the organization by inculcating the best practices across globe and inducing the next gen technologies to ensure seamless business operations and to sustain the growth of the organization. Okay. Our digital transformation strategy predominantly based on four major pillars. A, the revenue growth or the cost optimization. B, the information security. C, the process automation. And D, the user experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So as we've crossed past the first quarter of 2024, actually. What significant technology trends do you see emerging as game changers in, the information and technology security space, whether it is in cybersecurity or in endpoint protection, in data analysis and housing and protection, or anything else that, according to you, is noteworthy?
Well, that's an interesting question. There are many actually, but I could see few technologies to emerge and impact in forthcoming days. The first one, obviously, the AI, or the way we call it as Gen AI, right? And machine learning. AI being the new normal today, and most of the organizations are using this AI to improve their cybersecurity, the data protection, endpoint protection, digital transformation, process automations, and whatnot. It all started, I think, with the advent of ChatGPT in November 2022. Thereafter, Google came up with their own model with Bird and Gemini AI. And then, of late, Microsoft also launched their AI companion, Copilot. These all Gen AI enabled tools actually can do wonders in your day-to-day work life. Gen AI is actually having a lot of potential to analyze huge volume of data and give a lot of business insights. It enables the user to reimagine how the data can be used to take a better data-driven informed decisions. The second technology could be the cloud computing. It eliminates the hassles and pain of maintaining an in-house data center. It can reduce the operational cost drastically, and yet at the same time will provide you the high scalability and reliability. The third emerging technologies could be on endpoint security. There are a lot of solutions available in today's market. However, I feel the managed detection and response, the MDR, can be proven beneficial for the organizations to holistically protect their ecosystem be it as servers or be it the critical endpoints. Many organizations are also opting for ZTNA, which is Zero Trust Network Architecture,
Yeah.
to ensure that their perimeters are safe and their private and public applications are also completely safe. Last but not the least, the business analytics. This is one area growing very fast. The organization like us, who has plethora of data distributed into disparate systems. Business analytics and the concept like data lakehouse or data lake can bring a sea change to this entire ecosystem by integrating the multiple disparate systems and collate the data into one single place, and thereafter get the analytics to convert the meaningful insights. This will help us to take a better data-driven decisions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's you actually highlighted a lot of very critical technologies which are in the space today that are changing, that are revolutionizing the space. Endpoint protection is one, analytics is one, and Gen AI, I think, is the more than a buzzword. I think it has started to prove itself that it really walks the talk in terms of how much innovation it can bring about. So very true. And actually, is the my next question as well. Because AI has been a buzzword across the tech space, and you mentioned a little bit about it. But more deeply, how is AI being incorporated at Berger Paints specifically to offer better choices to the customers? Maybe in terms of options, maybe in terms of predicting their choices, or in any other way that you've seen it happening, and altogether improve the customer experience. And are you also looking to incorporate AI in more back-end practices, like maybe in cybersecurity, etc.?
Yes, definitely we are. So many companies, you could see, they started incorporating the Gen AI to offer the better choices to their customers and improve the customer experiences. Few of the organizations are having very good business use cases, and few of them have taken up this Gen AI initiatives out of fear of moving out, the FOMO.
Yeah.
Let me share with you a few practical business use cases from the manufacturing domain. For an example, Gen AI can enhance the customer engagement drastically by analyzing the clickstream data. What I meant by the clickstream data is the data which you gather from all your social media platforms.
So,
You can monitor the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns. It can reduce your marketing expenses substantially. Gen AI can even give you the visibility and viability of opening a new store or launching a new product in a specific region or area. It's a really amazing and powerful tool. In Berger as well, we are using this AI-enabled technology and applications to enhance the customer experiences. For example, our website, the Salesforce CRM that we use, AI-enabled consumer apps, these are certainly a game changer. This will enhance the customer experiences drastically. We are also planning to implement an AI-enabled uniform data platform, which will collate the data from the multiple sources. And GenAI, top of that, will work and give us a lot of business insights. This will drastically change the way we do business today. Good. Thank you.
that's true. That's actually very, very true, because Gen AI is especially its usage in predicting maybe tastes or predicting where a trend is going could really help you to both cost optimize and make sure that you make revenues in the right direction. So that's a very well made point. Um, so of maybe a couple of months ago or something, the decorative paints industry has gotten a lot more competitive with the entry of conglomerate business players in the space. So is that something that plays on your mind? The business implications of it, or the revenue implications of it. And so, how does Berger Paints plan to up level in the face of competition, and how do you support that endeavor as the CIO of the organization?
That's again a very interesting question. Um, we already have certain strategies in place to remain competitive. I may not be able to share all the details, but definitely we are investing in formulating the data-driven business strategies and in investing in latest next-gen technologies to support the business goals and enhance the customer engagements. As a CIO of the organization, I support these endeavors by ensuring that our IT infrastructure is robust, secure, and capable of supporting this company's growth and competitiveness. And the applications that we use are empowered with latest technologies so that our users get most value propositions out of such applications. Ultimately, we are striving to be the second largest paint company in India and retain our positions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, given the speed at which technology is evolving, and when you think about the kind of talent that you want in your team at Berger Paints, what skill sets and traits become important to you from a technical standpoint and from a behavioral standpoint when you're picking members for your organization or picking members for your team? That's one question, and the other one is how is does the advent of emerging technology like generative AI alter your preference for talent and also alters the job market at large?
Yes, Kirat, both the things are important, right? So when you are choosing a talent for a team in a technology-driven industry, both technical and the behavioral skill sets are important. From a technical standpoint, skills in emerging technologies like AI, the machine learning, data analytics, cybersecurity are highly valued. From a
Absolutely.
behavioral standpoint, traits such as adaptability, problem solving skills, agility, the learning skills, collaborations, growth mindset, all these are very, very crucial. However, what I feel is going forward, the resources who are conversant with this next gen technologies would be given preferences for obvious reason.
Obvious reasons. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because if you're not in step with the times, then you're on redundant technology.
Right.
Sure. So my final question to you is more about around your leadership. If I may ask, how many years has it been since you've been in the technology space in a leadership position?
I've been into technology and leadership position for last 25 odd years. Uh, yeah.
So
And
so
yeah, please.
no, please continue.
So, yeah, I mean, so I have seen a lot of changes starting from the character mode coding to the Gen AI, right?
Yeah,
It's an entire journey
you've
of
seen the
25 odd
spectrum
years.
of, yeah.
Right.
So that is vast technical experience and that is vast domain experience as well as, experience being in probably more leadership principles as time and leadership positions as time went on. So if you had to share your leadership principles to your fellow tech leaders or peers in the technology domain, or maybe somebody who aspires to grow the way you have, what are three significant tips or advice that you would impart to them?
Okay. So let me think. So the first one would be embrace the change and innovation. Technology is constantly evolving, and it's very important to stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies. Encourage your team to experiment with new ideas and technologies and foster a culture of continuous learning and improvement. The second would be collaborate and communicate effectively.
Hmm.
Strong collaboration and communications are very much important. Foster an environment of open communications where the team can share their ideas, their feedbacks, especially the younger one, the next generation, and collaborate with all the business stakeholders to ensure that whatever digital initiatives that you are taking that is aligned with your broader goals of the organizations. Last but not the least, fail fast, and learn from your mistake even faster.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir, for those principles. Especially the last one resonates very strongly with anybody who probably in this era realizes that not experimenting and staying within your comfort zone is probably the fastest way of, I think, having regrets that you haven't tried as many things. So that's a very sound principle.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. And with that, actually, we come to the end of this conversation. Partha, I'd like to really take this time and thank you for having such a candid discussion with us, for being so transparent about where do you see technology going in general and also at Berger Paints, and for sharing your leadership expertise with us as well. This has been a truly enlightening conversation.
Thank you so much, Kirat. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Kirat signing off from this episode of CIO Leadership Live.